Hey, good morning. I hope that you can hear me. This is not how I really wanted to do a YouTube video. Um, it doesn't look the best. It's not gonna sound the best, but I really want to get some information out. When to recommend for a guy to take Viagra, which is the blue chew pill, they call it now. This is not something I would recommend on a regular use, like day to day. I know that they're selling this now to young men who don't really understand what it is, what it's for. They just think, oh, this is supposed to give you a better night. It's not what it is. This is a doctor prescribed medication that helps you in times when you don't know why, but your junk is not, working in the time that you need it to. So the reasons this can happen, guy's nervous, very nervous. Maybe he had a really bad day at work, very stressful week. He can't get his junk working. Alcohol, drugs. So whenever gents come to see me, I always recommend, no alcohol, no drugs. I don't deal with any of that. And also, so anyways, I just lost my thought. ADHD happening right there in front of you. But anyways, I want to deliver this message as sweet as possible. Some gentlemen don't know what's happening to them in the moment, and some have egos that get hurt, and they turn it around on me like it's something I did. Maybe I wasn't, whatever they thought I should be, but at the end of the day, it happens. It's nobody's fault. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've seen up to 9 guys. Try not to meet that much anymore since we've graduated. Anyways, so throughout all these years, I have a lot of experience, and I've noticed through time, the more that I rise in popularity, the more nervous guys are to meet me. They're starstruck. They're fans. They are fans. They're watching me on a screen. So you haven't met me in person. You don't know what it's like to be around me, actually physically in person. It's like the same thing, for me. Standing in front of a camera is completely different from standing in front of a crowd. So obviously, more than the crowd is watching me on my films, it's the whole world. But if you put thousands and thousands and thousands of people in front of me, I would not be able to sing. I actually really enjoyed singing. I'm a pretty good singer. And I just would get they call it stage fright. There's a reason they call it stage fright. And that's basically what's happening to men, is they're getting stage fright. Some men are just nervous because they're like, I don't know if this is really going to be her. I don't know what's going to happen. Ooh, this is scary. Maybe it could be some scam or something. And then, that on top of the fact that a lot of guys build up a fantasy in their head about how this encounter would go. I cannot be every person's ideas and fantasies, and I can't be in your head. And I'm an actual human being. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. I do have an AI me out there with Joy AI. So if you want that, I have a platform for that. Anyways, you can find that on my Twitter. So anyways, my whole point of all of this is that I've even gotten on Twitter And it took a lot for me to say it because I do know that, men can tend to be, really sensitive about this topic. And I really don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or give off the wrong idea or anything like that about, how things are going to go. And because, some people don't have the issue. But I just recommend for just most people, okay, I do recommend you to take a Viagra. Make sure that you speak to your doctor about this. And I'm also going to go over how you can get it through a doctor. And they'll make sure whether it's safe for you to take it or not. There is an app, okay? When I learned of this saved my life. There is an app called Call on Doc. It's callondoc.com. They are not paying me for this. This is because this will help me out so much. And this is going to give you... Okay. Anyways. This is going to give you help in the time that you need. So you're going to get on there within a matter of minutes. Okay, you're going to click Men's Health. I went through this just so that I could explain this to people. You're going to click Men's Health. You're going to go down and it's going to give you options about men's health. It's going to say ED, erectile dysfunction. It's going to say ED on there. Click on that. It is going to drop down a list of options. There's Visalis, there's Viagra, there's a bunch of other stuff I didn't even read. But the Viagra is on there. You're going to be filling out a health questionnaire. I know this isn't safe for everyone to take, but this is not something that you're going to be doing every day. You're not going to be meeting somebody like me every day. And, so anyways, maybe you're going to go on a date with a girl and you are nervous because that does happen. And I know that, if I was going to go on a regular, date with a guy, guys get nervous and then they go and they look at my Twitter and then they're like, oh my God, well, I don't have no hammer. Well, I don't have, I'm like, okay, all right, chill out, like I'm just a human being just like everyone else. And just because you see me doing certain things for work and whatnot doesn't mean that anything's going on in my head because, I'm an actress. It's acting. It's called acting for a reason. You're acting something out. And so my job is to deliver a certain look of passion to people. So, since this is an ongoing issue, this is what I recommend. This is the next step for me since I got on Twitter and I said something. And it'd be nice for you guys to see me talk about it because, it might come off as like harsh if you see me typing something saying like, I recommend you doing this and, it might seem like I'm like mad or something like that. I'm just passionate about this topic because I care and I want you to have a great experience. So, just to be on the safe side, the next thing I'm gonna touch on is that there's people who read what I said on Twitter, like, oh, well, and then for some reason they think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Well, how do you know you're gonna be fine? You haven't met me before. How do you know you're gonna be fine? Oh, I'll be fine. Obviously, if I went out of my way to talk about it and then to bring it up again to have all these topics about it, it's a pretty big topic because I do not talk about a lot of things that aren't, I don't really go on about drama and rant. I've done it a couple of times in my career. And I usually don't say something unless it needs to be said because having a bunch of drama on your feed and talking about people and, making it look like, these people are bad and being a pick me and stuff doesn't look good for business. And there's a lot of girls who do that and it just doesn't look good. But this is a pretty big deal. Then you have so anyways, you have guys that think that they're going to be fine. and that they're going to be different. I can't tell you how many men think that they're different from the next men. And when you watch man after man over and over and over and over and over think that they're different from the next man, you guys are biologically designed a certain way, just like women are. Okay? So this is very common. Please, 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 this is like my very opening attempt more and more and more to try to help you guys out. Because when it gets to that point, there's nothing I can do about it. It's in your mind. And trying to turn back from that is next to not happening. It doesn't really happen. It's very rare that, you know, somebody's able to, you know, turn that card around. Now, today, because this person's like, yeah, I saw that you said that, and I should have listened, and I thought that it would be fine once I got here. I just thought there's no way that I wouldn't be able to perform, and blah, 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 you know. So here we are. He's gonna go, and he's gonna go and get, you know, his Viagra, and he's gonna come back and see the experience change for him. So, please, just listen. Just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. I completely understand a little touch on nervousness. I'm nervous. A lot of guys don't think about, they only see it from their perspective, and they don't actually put themselves in my shoes and how nervous I am. I don't know, you know, what you're capable of. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're clean. Cleanliness is like my biggest turn on, with along with intelligence. So I'm a sapiosexual. So clean is huge for me. So yeah, anyways, that's a topic for another time. We'll have a talk about that. How to be the perfect client. But today, this was all about standing at attention. Salute. This is not only going to help me, this is going to help a lot of other girls out there. And I noticed that in this industry, a lot of people don't speak up and talk about things, and everything's just hush and hidden, and it's just so strange to me. But I am very good at what I do. I'm very professional. So here I am. I don't care about what anybody else does. I care about what I do, and I care about you guys, and I care about making this shit bomb for you. Yay! Do a little spin around. All right. So until next time, we will talk about more things about how to be a wonderful client. But yeah, so here we are. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be talking about a bunch of amazing things. My Twitter is, well, X is Jenna the Star with 2 R's, and my Instagram is MS Jenna Star with 2 R's. And yeah, I think I have all of that up in my bio. Anyways, I didn't have time to put makeup on, so I hope that you find me beautiful.